Sifuna, I want to defend Kibaki in conclusion, and I want to declare.
I thought we were finished.
No, we're finished. But I just want to declare that there is a personal interest that makes me defend him.
Okay.
There's a time a bus of Masinde Muliro hit a pothole on the Kakamega-Webuye Road. It overturned and we lost 5 students from Masinde Muliro University. There were many more who died, but those 5 came from Lugari. And I said, I was a member of parliament, and I said the Thika Highway was being built. And I raised an issue. I said, when did the government of Kibaki discover oil in Thika that they are spending 40 billion to do that highway to Thika, when in my village, I'm losing 5 students who are supposed to graduate because of a pothole.
Yes.
And in my view, I was literally complaining on equitable distribution of development. Kibaki took the time to look for me. And I went to office of the president. I was so scared to go alone because I didn't know what was going to happen to me.
You thought it was the same
experience I'm going to have that I had previously. So I asked Soita Shitanda, who was my friend, please go with me. And we went to the office of the president. And Kibaki, Mudhaura was there. Mudhaura is alive today, everybody can verify. And he asked me, why are you making this? I told him, Your Excellency, we are peasant farmers. The investment of our parents is in their children. And that is how we diversify our wealth. When we invest in our children, we expect them to get employed and take care of us.
Yes.
Because that investment in children doesn't come easily. We sell land, we sell animals, we sell everything to educate our children. These are 5 families who have sold their assets for their children to go to secondary school.
Yes.
And they can die just because of a pothole. And Your Excellency, 40 billion is being spent just to do a road for one community. Why wasn't this money split so that we have some patches across the country? And Kibaki kept quiet for a while. Then he called Mudhaura. He told me in Swahili, mwambie hiyo barabara iko wapi. Then I told Mudhaura, the whole road from Kisumu to Kitale is potholes. You can't drive. And you might fix the one between Kakamega and Webuye, but many more other Westerners are going to die. People have come up with a lot of claims. Kibaki ordered this money that was supposed to do. It was a World Bank thing to do a project in Laikipia. He decided, no, that money does the road from Kisumu all the way to Kitale. In the presence of Soita, Mudhaura is alive. This is a man who was interested in finding solutions.
Okay.
Now, that is where I'm coming from.
But
that's a selfish thing. That's why I wanted to tell you, maybe my defense of Kibaki, to a level that sometimes you fail to understand, is out of him really coming out and not being a person who believes development must be done in central.
That's what I'm saying. You can give him credit because you require somebody with a global view of the country. You develop a blueprint that is going to help everyone. Because one of the biggest misunderstandings, people think that if you build a road from Kisumu to Kitale, you are building it for Luyas.
No, it's for everyone.
In fact, those Luyas,
it's for the economic growth.
If you go to many of these major towns, the people who do businesses there are not even the locals themselves.
And the children at Masinde Muliro University are not just Luyas.
What has happened is, although every Kenyan knows how much money their county gets under the devolved unit, I can tell you Nairobi has gotten an allocation of 20 billion shillings and the constitution has specified where you can use this money. Can you tell me of the national share, which is almost 3/4 of the budget, how much money goes to Kakamega County? You can't tell because what they do is that in this very dangerous talk of shareholding that Gachagua and Ruto have been perpetuating, that once you get the central government You look at the places that voted for this government and you say these are the people who are going to benefit in terms of development. You take the entire water budget. If they say the country is constructing 50 dams, 45 of those dams are in one region. And the rest of the country have to do with those 5 remaining dams wagawane. Because nobody sheds a light on the allocation of the national government share to the 47 devolved units. And that is where all the inequity is being perpetuated. Even up to today, I can tell you that is still going on. Because there are people who believe this government is theirs. This is ours. And even if you see what the county governments are doing, they have gotten to a place where Kenyans believe that if you come from Kakamega, the county of Kakamega is for the Luyas of Kakamega. And it exists solely for those Luyas in Kakamega. In fact, if you do a very simple exercise, for like where I come from in Bungoma, tell the people that Bungoma has received 9 billion shillings in equitable share. Now, there are 2 choices here. Can we build a hospital? Ama watu wapange line kila mtu apatiwe pesa yake aende. What do you think those people will say? Exactly. I sit in the Public Accounts Committee. One of the laws requires that at least 30% of the people employed in a county government should not be the dominant community in that area. There is no single county, maybe with the exception of Nairobi, that has tried, because Nairobi is largely cosmopolitan. There's no county that has complied with that law. If you go to Kisii, even if you were born and raised in Kisii as a Bukusu, and you're the most competent doctor there, they will not employ you because Kisii is for Kisis. Forget even going far. If you come from Bungoma and you are born in Kakamega, do you know you can't be employed in Kakamega County? Wanakuambia, nyinyi wa Bukusu muende wapi? Bungoma. We have a fundamental problem in this country. We have a very big problem. And if you don't address that problem, there is nowhere we are going. How many people can do what Kibaki did for you? How many people can say, yes, I am the person in charge of a country. Indeed, the first thing I should do is to pave my grandmother's road. But the people of Kirinyaga, if we do this road between this town and this town, the output in terms of the economy is going to be such that my grandmother is going to feel the impact. How many people can do that?
Very few.
And that's what we are saying. For me, the things that I have learned in the short time that I have been in politics, this country will never change until Kenyans change. Why did you vote for Sifuna? What was the criteria? What did you look for? What is it that he told you that convinced you that this is the right person for this job? And until those questions are answered objectively, we're not going anywhere. If you're going to just look at the second name or the political party, you just look at the party and say, hii ni chama ya nyumbani, patia huyu mtu kura. Then you get to the assemblies. I see the memes that people generate on TikTok and other social media. A senator trying to express himself on the floor of the house. And they ask, surely, who elected this character? At the national level, you can ask that question. But if you go home where that guy comes from, you will understand why he was elected. Maybe that entire place is made up of his clan, or his family is large enough, or they have a lot of money, you know? So the criteria has totally been distorted. And I tell Kenyans every day, until you review that criteria, you will end up with clowns and all sorts of wash characters, the way that the former interior minister told us that up to 50% of Bunge is going to be made up of those characters who are just voting machines when debate on a bill is going on. They are in the lounge there, drinking tea and mandazi, waiting for the speaker to put the question. Because for them, the only thing they can do is to vote, depending on the direction that they have received.
I totally agree with you. And
we have no country.
I want to tell you one thing. We can't finish this discussion.
It will not end.
I want to believe